episode 6 of series 4 of Become a Legend story mode. Yeah, it's me. Do you remember? Used to do some videos, some football videos. Jermain Defoe featured in them. It's been a while, hasn't it? Turns out things get a little bit more difficult with the baby in week 3. I don't know if that's standard, but it damn well has been for me. And I've not been doing much in the way of sleeping, and I've certainly not had much time to play PES, recording it or not. But I'm very happy to get back into Jermain Defoe's career. We need to kick on, and we've got some big games today. We start off with a huge derby against Rangers rivals Aberdeen, then we've got Hibernian at Ibrox, and then Barcelona at the Nou Camp in a game that we absolutely have to win if we want to continue our European journey this season, and we would like to. As we mentioned in the last episode, there has been a little bit of transfer gossip going on around Jermain Defoe. Gerrard has come out and said flatly that he's not going to Palace, but Palace, interesting, could be a good option for Jermain Defoe. Probably not the place to be winning trophies, but let's not forget in this reality, I think he's 34 now, 33 rather than his real life 37, because we had to age him back a bit to make sure he didn't retire instantly. So, you know, a move back to the Premier League, certainly a possibility, certainly considering his scoring form at the moment. But we don't need to worry about that for a bit, but we do need to worry about this massive game away from home. Let's go and look at the sides. And we do start today in what looks to be a very strong starting 11. Morelos on the bench again. It's been an interesting fight between the two of them, both of them scoring when given the opportunity. Morelos looks incredible when he comes on, but Steven Gerrard clearly preferring the steady hand and experience of Jermain Defoe, and I can't blame him. Kent and Ojo on either wing today, that's exactly what we're after. They are our two preferred wingers. And then Arfield and Davis providing some quality in the centre. Yeah, good. All looking good. Helander's there, he's having a good season in real life at the moment. John Flanagan at right back. That's the only minor downfall in this side. Aberdeen have got a good defence, actually. No one under 70 rated and a 75 rated centre-back, 72 rated keeper. Pretty good, really, for this league. Let's take a look at the rest of their side. Yeah, I mean, in theory, it's a team we should be beating. But against a bitter rival and away from home, this could be a tricky one. Let's get into it. So Rangers' rivalry with Aberdeen is a bit of a strange one. Aberdeen probably most famous for being the side that Alex Ferguson once managed at before he went on to become probably the best manager in the history of football. Maybe other than Arsene Wenger. Anyway, yeah, it's a strange rivalry. They're not sides that are close to each other. I think they just had, you know, a lot of competitive games against each other. I think it sort of started in the 80s, the rivalry, but it's pretty fierce even now. There's often a lot of crowd trouble. In fact, I think it was Rangers manager Ali McCoist at the time who had a golf ball with a nail in it thrown at him during the game by Aberdeen fans. So yeah, it gets pretty spicy. I think there was a story once about another Rangers striker having stuff thrown at him from the crowd. And there's often a lot of violence from the supporters, both in the stadium and outside the stadium. So yeah, it's a fiery one. Patient build up here, and it's a ball looking for Kent. Oh, and Jermain Defoe has latched onto that one. Keeper's well off his line. Defoe with the dummy. It's not worked. We considered the chip. Thought the keeper was getting back onto his line a little too quick. Tried to bring it inside. Aberdeen defenders did well. Big chance there, missed. Defoe forces McKenna into a mistake, but McKenna strong. The captain pushes Defoe wide. We're putting them under a lot of pressure, making them make mistakes, but we haven't profited quite yet. Can Ojo get ahead to this? He can, and Defoe takes it through. He's going to look to chip the keeper here. He's put it wide. How have you missed that? He had an almost identical chance that he didn't pull the trigger on. Beginning of this half, and this time, once again, it's poor defending. Defoe, great first touch away from his man, and that is just not good enough. Just scrapes the side of the netting. But he had plenty of goal to aim at, and it wasn't a difficult chip either. Half an hour gone here, and Steven Gerrard won't be happy with Jermain Defoe's poor finishing. Defoe into Ojo, and that's a lovely ball out to Kent. He'll take this one down. Defoe trying to find space here. Kent checks back into Defoe. That's really sloppy there from Aberdeen, and we will maybe have one final chance in this half. But we're taking our time with the build-up. We will not be rushed. We will not be rushed, but we maybe should rush a bit now. Come on. A minute left. Look lively, lads. 20 seconds. That's stupid. What are you... Fine. Well, not the best first half of football ever, and it was Jermain Defoe with the big chances in this one. And as you can see, not a single shot on target. No surprise, Gerrard's side has all the possession. We certainly did very little with it today, though. We need to improve in this second half. Defoe asked for it early. Taylor has to make a decision, and it's a header into a dangerous area. Constantine has to put it out. Good pressure there to start the half. High ball to no one. Defoe chasing. Oh, good pressure. Done a lot of that, a lot of harassing, but it's not come to much so far. Could have a chance here, though. Defoe, nice flick into Ojo. Didn't want it back there. Nice build up there, but Ojo goes all the way back to our field, the captain now, with time. Oh, that's a good ball, looking for Ryan Kent. His header goes all the way back though, and will slowly look to build again. That's a lovely ball. Out to the left back in space. For the far post to Ojo. No, easy for Lewis. Oh, that is an incredible crossfield ball. And the right back will get there. It's not Taverner today, but he's done really well. Floats one in. Taylor's header puts it over his own bar. Real chance there. Defoe, nice little ball into our field. Spreads it wide now to the left back, whose name I can't remember. Kent's got space ahead of him, but he finds Ojo here. Shady Ojo with the effort with the left foot. Oh, and it's just wide. It's the best chance of the half. Likely to be Defoe's last involvement in this, and good build-up. Spread it wide. Defoe inside to Ojo. Maybe we should have called for it back, but Ojo saw the glory, went for it, didn't pull it off. Oh, no, okay, we're still on. Oh, chance here for Aberdeen. It will be their first of the second half. Dangerous ball into Bryson, who heads over. With only 5 minutes left here, the home side. Nearly a final blow for us. Oh, Defoe, good flick into Ojo. The ball is on here. That's not the ball we were looking for, though. Shit. No. That's almost certainly the final chance of this game. And we blew it there. We blew it big time. It's been a really disappointing game, actually. Neither side able to create much. Could there be a final chance here, though, as the game winds down? Defoe. Oh, the ball is on. Oh, he slips in. Ryan Kent here. Can Kent finish this one off? Oh, and it's really well saved. And we won't get the corner from it either. It's back across to McKenna, who'll clear. Not the best start to the episode. It occurs to me now that this is actually the first Become a Legend I've played post-patch. Now, it does seem to have made Master League a little bit more difficult, and maybe that is the case as well here. But one thing you've got to say about this Rangers team under Gerrard this season, they just take their sweet time moving the ball around. And we ran out of time in this one. Defoe with a 6.5, it was enough to keep him on the pitch. Surprised not to see Morelos get a run out there. Taverner on late, he couldn't influence the game as he often does. I mean, it's a derby against a side who have got a bit about them. I guess we'll take the point, but with Celtic rapidly catching us up, I think we had a chance to win this one and we didn't take it. But actually, surprisingly, Celtic, with a draw against Motherwell, sees us remain top of the table. That's where we need to be. Just keep it there. Keep it there. We've only lost 2 this season. We'd like to keep it that way. So 10 goals and 18 appearances is not bad from Defoe, but they have dried up a little bit in recent games. You wouldn't be surprised to see Morelos getting a start. If I was Gerrard, I probably would consider it. So only 3 days later, we go to Ibrox and we invite Hibernian. Let's take a look at the sides. We do start. Okay, good. Are we tired? Not that tired. Interesting. Again, Kent and Ojo starting. Andy King in today as well, alongside Scott Arfield. This is a good team. Good to have Taverner back in. I don't know anything about Hall. He's only 67 rated at left back. But other than that, it's a strong side against Hecking Bottoms Hibernian, who have got quite a few 60 rated players. That bodes well. We need a big win. We need to be impressive in this one. We've faded a little bit in recent games. We need to step it up. So let me know in the comments, would you be interested in a move back to the Premier League at the end of this season, especially if we were to go to a club who had a chance of winning silverware? It is hard to imagine that we could step in as a starting centre-forward at a Premier League club with a chance of silverware, but it's possible. It's possible. I guess if we want to win something, you would say Rangers in the Scottish Premiership, a pretty damn good opportunity really, so maybe we should stick it out even if we don't win something. Anyway, we need a win today just to get a bit of our form back. Let's go. The away side here with an opportunity to put the ball into the box. Horgan does make the decision to eventually. It could fall here to Boyle on the turn. Great save there. Necessary save. It's out only as far as Vela. Good feet from him to find Horgan again. Ibs looking comfortable here at Ibrox in the rain, unsurprisingly. And now Vela back to Mallon. Defoe not getting involved defensively, but then he does. We can look to break here. Ball into Kent is a poor one. Shit. Trademark slow build up here from Rangers. 20 minutes on the clock. And that's a long ball looking for Ojo. That seems to be what we do now. We pass it around and then look for a long pass. It's not ideal. Doesn't really work that well. Opportunity for Taverner here to put a dangerous ball into Defoe. Can't get to it. Shit. Really struggling to break teams down at the moment. Oh, really poor there. Defoe will pounce on it. Inside to Warfield. Will he hit one here? No, he's fouled edge of the box, and we will have a free kick opportunity. That was really poor from Hibbs. Defoe with the easiest of interceptions, and now we've got a great opportunity. It's going to be Ryan Kent over this one. Dangerous one here, straight into the wall. That's poor. Looking for the short one here. Defoe wants the ball in. Oh, it's a good ball. Defoe back inside, gets the shot off. It's weak, and it is cleared easily. Ball to Defoe. Clever ball to Taverner. Just reset here. Oh, there's a ball on here. Defoe pokes one. Oh, went with the toe punt. Very effective weapon if used correctly. And from that angle, it was pretty much all he could do. Played the ball back. Was that to Taverner? Yes, it was. He slipped it in. And a little bit of goal to aim at, but it's a good save. Once again, Hibbs with an opportunity to whip a ball into the box. Whittaker taking his time. That's going to be a goal kick. No, it's a foul. Pretty good free kick opportunity here. Danger here as we approach the end of this first half. It's not been a good first half. We do get it away. Another poor half of football. Another half chance for Defoe being our really only opportunity to score. Created more. Certainly created more shots on target. But still, not good. An hour gone here and we're struggling to get the ball in this half. And Horgan now with space to put a ball into the box. Just wish they'd cross it sometimes. It's just ridiculous. But we've won it back here. I think with Ojo. Defoe completely isolated. Has to find the right ball here. He does find a ball inside to Ojo. Didn't want that back, but will pass it backwards to try and rebuild. And that is a nothing ball, and Hanlon will header that away easily. Oh, that's strong though. Really strong. Come on. Let's step it up a gear here with a better side. Let's prove it. Ball here into Defoe. Looks for the flick into Kent. No, it's off target. It's shit. Hibbs now. Whittaker given way too much space. Into Vela. Lays it back to Boyle. This game has been a snooze fest. I'll be happy with the goal for either side. Once again, Defoe gets it, completely isolated, but that's a good ball into Arfield, but he goes back. Arfield into Defoe. Somehow wins that header against a much bigger centre-back. And then it's just a wasted ball over the top, straight to Stevenson. And we are having a torrid time here at Ibrox. There'll be boos. There'll certainly be boos. Defoe into Ojo. We need some of that relationship to form again. Defoe, that's a good ball. Now Arfield. Can he find a pass? Defoe's there, but not in the best position. Back to him now. Chance here for Defoe, straight at Maxwell. And that sums this game up. Oh, dearie me. 2 bore draws in a row. This isn't good. 42% possession at Ibrox as well. I mean, Hibernian just kept the ball in that second half. There wasn't a lot we could do about it. Defoe with a 7 somehow. You know, we're playing okay, but we've just got no service at all. No one up with us. We're completely isolated. Gerrard needs to make some changes. Celtic with a win now will be sneaking up on us. Yeah, there they are. The familiar foe creeping up. Only a point now. Do have a significantly better goal difference. We've only conceded 3 goals this season. That is historic numbers, I'm sure. But it doesn't really help us if we don't score any. And Defoe, well, he's the guilty party at the moment. He's had chances, not many, to be fair, but he has had chances, hasn't taken them. Gonna need to be on form tonight if he does start against Barcelona in our 5th game of our group. To remind ourselves of what the group looks like. Well, if we win tonight... if we win tonight against the Barcelona side who've conceded only 1 goal and they've won all 4 of their games, and Manchester City beat Lille, then we could in theory finish 3rd, which is where we need to be. It would take a miracle. Will Jermain Defoe be involved in that miracle? He will. Yes, he will. And on a blue arrow as well. He's always up for those European nights. Always excited about that. But we've got our work cut out today as we go up against Umtiti, PK and ter Stegen at the back. If we can make it past Busquets and Vidal in the midfield. Oh, dearie me. And then that's not even considering the absolute battering we're going to get at the back. Helander, Katic are going to need to play at a totally different level to what they're used to. Murphy and Grezda in today. I mean, Kent and Ojo have done nothing in the last 2 games, so you can understand Gerrard's thinking there. We're going to need a miracle. Well, if we are going to go out of Europe, it might as well be at an incredible stadium like the Nou Camp. In this beautiful blue and black kit. Is it blue and black? Is it blue and navy? I like it anyway. We're going to need an absolute miracle, as I said, against one of the best sides in the world. Who knows? We've just got to try. We've just got to believe. Defoe's just got to find the net for the first time this episode. Want to hear from Barcelona? I realise we do have a bit of a kick clash today. That was stupid. It's not too bad. Roberto, lovely step back inside. PK's there. He heads over. And the battering, the bombardment begins. Roberto, lovely feet there. PK, towering header. Couldn't keep it down. Frenchman Griezmann finds Vidal, edge of the box, out to Jordi Alba. Now Rakitic takes over. Griezmann, lovely short passing here. Back to Sergio Busquets. Oh, we've intercepted it. Oh, no, you needed to be sure there. You can't be gifting them things like this. And it's Arfield there. Caught out unnecessarily. It's a good interception. He had time, but he just didn't make a decision. Suarez there. The pest that he is. Little shoulder barge. And we'll go down here. Oh, big mistake there. And Defoe now away from PK with the left foot. That's totally the wrong finish. No. That's the gift that we're not going to get again. Unbelievably poor there. Defoe in awful goal scoring form at the moment. On the biggest stage, in one of the biggest stadiums, against one of the biggest clubs. The pressure just got to him there. That's a finish that he would normally put away with ease. Went with the left foot though. Big mistake. Straight at the keeper. That was a chance to draw it level that we certainly aren't going to get many of. Oh, that's poor. That's poor. Griezmann inside to Suarez to double their lead here. That's a big save. Really big save. And we're clear here. Just about. But not for long. As Vidal into Rakitic. Suarez twisting, turning. Vidal's effort. It's wide. Oh, another mistake here. That's ridiculous. We find the right ball through. Defoe ahead of him. TT. Can he whip a ball into the box? He can. Oh, and the header is there. I can't remember who that is. Possibly Grezda, maybe Murphy. Puts it over the bar. Barcelona with a few mistakes though. Defoe does well to hold off TT. Loops the ball into the box. It finds a Rangers player. Difficult chance though. Suarez on the turn. Real danger here again. We're battling. We do win it eventually. Can only clear as far as Rakitic. Vidal on the turn. Good save again. Keeping us in this one. Will they get a final opportunity here? Griezmann looping ball in and it is cleared. And that will be time up here at the Camp Nou. And it's a poor goal to give away really, but look at those possession stats. Gerrard has been out-Gerrarded. We've normally had the possession advantages in most games we've played. We're given a lesson by the real masters of that today. But Defoe has got to be absolutely gutted. He has a chance midway through the first half. Blows it, absolutely blows it. Wrong foot. Just got worried about the oncoming defender. Needed to be calmer. You'd think a man of his experience would have just put it onto the right, caressed it. He didn't. And I'm sure we will be made to rue missing that chance. Even a point today would be good. We still, I think, have to play Lille one more time, and winning that, if we get a point today, could be enough, but it seems a million miles away right now. We build up here. Defoe's made a clever run, and Titi's going to have to get this right. Whoa, BK. A big interception there. Had to get a foot in. Defoe was lurking. Taverner inside to Defoe. He'll turn. Is it back out to Taverner? Taverner's ball in, looking for Defoe, and Titi heads away. Positive start. Arfield into Defoe. Bit of space here. Can he hit one? He can. Opportunity to put a ball through for Defoe, and it's just too far away from him. We're very tired here. 67 minutes gone. We started this game fatigued. We're going to be pulled off, I'm sure, as soon as the ball goes dead. We had our chance. We missed it. Can Morelos come on and do something, though? That's all we can hope for here. Suarez into Messi. Back to Suarez. There it is. Game over here in Barcelona. Unsurprisingly, Suarez, as he did in the first game of this group, just showing his striking pedigree. It's a good hit. That's us done. That is us done. Defoe comes off as we expected. Morelos replaces him, but the game is dead and buried now. Oh, and Taverner taken down in the box. Was he? Was he taken down? Referee seems to think that might have been simulation. Sure, it was some. Oh, yellow card just to add insult to injury here. And there we are. Bloody hell. So there we have it. Jeez, I mean, why did I even dare dream that it would be anything different to this? We can't keep getting hung up on the chances that Defoe's... Actually, no, fuck it, of course we can get hung up on it. Poor game today for Defoe. To cap off an episode of poor games. And that is pretty much us done, although Lille did lose to Manchester City. So that final game, if we can beat Lille, we could snatch third. Which, considering we've only got a point at the moment, would be pretty impressive. It's doable. It's probably our only chance. Good to see Lille dropping points. That is our last chance, basically. And that will happen in the next episode, as will a game against Ross County at Ibrox. That has to be a win, and that has to be one of the worst episodes of all time. I'll blame sleep deprivation. I'll blame just about everything else. But really, just the finishing wasn't there. Hopefully we can improve in the next episode. I'll see you in a bit.